Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast Quarantine Day 2. Hope everyone's enjoying working from home. Nobody's killed their husbands, boyfriends, significant others, girlfriends yet.
The Morning Toast Quarantine Edition, y'all. It's the best kind of toast there is, I think.
How was your first day, official quarantine, working from home, you and Zach?
Oh, I mean, yesterday was so much easier than this weekend. Yesterday for me was actually day 4 of the quarantine.
No, but work from home quarantine.
Oh, amazing, because I got to work half the day. I got to be out of the apartment half the day. Zach and I, we even do this when we're not quarantined. Like, I take the bedroom, he takes the living room.
Same.
We'll sync up for meals, maybe do like an hourly check-in. So yesterday was actually quite fabulous. I feel like I'm working hard to keep like my mental health and my physical, actually my mental health strong, my physical health is out the door, you guys.
Doesn't matter.
I'm eating like a garbage truck.
My work from home day 1 was good. I mean, I was a little nervous because Ben is just like, love him dearly. But, you know, he's a lot. We too separated the apartment. He took the living room. I took the bedroom. And the only issue I had is that maybe I never realized how loud Ben's voice is. Like, his whole day was conference calls. First of all, he puts the conference call on speaker. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm in the other room working. And then his voice is so fucking loud. My door is closed. I'm like, Ben, I could still hear you. Oh my God, excuse me, I'm like about to throw up. He literally doesn't own a pair of headphones. I'm like, can you just lower your voice? You're talking to someone on the phone. You're not screaming at someone across the street. Relax. And then we had like a little bit of a fight, but it was fine. And I think day 1 went as good as it could go.
A little bit of a fight is a great start for a quarantine. Zach was on a conference call yesterday and I was in the kitchen doing the dishes, like, you're welcome. And I sneezed and he gave me a look. I was like, excuse me? He's like, they can hear. I was like, everyone in America is dealing with this. People have kids. Your wife can't sneeze.
Oh, wait. Also, what kind of special phone are you using that people on the other side can hear someone in another room sneezing?
He was across the living room with his AirPods on, and he said that they could hear me sneeze.
Oh my God, the drama.
Such drama. And yes, I have to admit, I did sneeze, you guys. I'm feeling
Yeah, I was going to be like,
well. Well, actually, I don't think really sneezing is a big part of the coronavirus symptoms. But I have been sneezing. I'm not going to lie. I'm sneezing and I'm proud. Okay? It's the changing of the seasons. Like, soon it's going to be allergy season.
Right. So a lot of people are now, I was talking to Olivia, Zach Shapiro has really bad allergies. And people are like now confused, I think, with symptoms of like seasonal allergies versus coronavirus.
Are you crying?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You're tearing up. That's so
I'm
beautiful.
just so upset that you're coughing and sneezing.
That's so Claudia. That's beautiful.
Everyone will understand that when my comedy special comes out, like if it ever does. It's just taking forever.
But today, you guys, we brought you a special treat because I think what the world needs right now is Dr. Theodore Fichemin, not only for his emotional support, but obviously his medical expertise. So we've brought on, a lot of shows are actually bringing on medical experts to talk about coronavirus, answer some of your questions. And we have the best in the biz, Dr. Theodore Fichemin. So
I mean, his Instagram, you have literally no idea, has been blowing up with DMs. Like people just asking like I have these symptoms. Do you think I'm okay? Can my dog carry coronavirus?
Can I take Advil?
A man licked me on the subway. Like, do you think I'm okay? Things like that.
Yeah, things like that. And that's why we have Dr. Theodore Fichemin here to answer all of your burning questions.
Yeah, and they're burning. And Dr. Theodore Fichemin was a bad fucking boy this morning.
No.
Yes, I walked him here, made a nice duty. We're on our way. You know, he likes to sniff around. I like to give him the freedom to sniff. He's a dog. And then all of a sudden.
But not in these times.
No, all of a sudden, he had a full-blown Cadbury egg in his mouth. And if you know anything about dogs, chocolate is toxic for them. So I was freaking out. Like literally, I had like, it looks like I had duty on my hands from like literally grabbing all the chocolate out of his mouth. And I called Dr. Lisa, his veterinarian, and she said she did some calculations. Cadbury eggs, people think chocolate is toxic for dogs, and it is, but we're talking about like cacao. Cadbury eggs are made of like of sugar and like 1%.
Yeah, and like milk.
Yeah, so he's fine. He should be fine. But I was freaking out. And I'm like, where the fuck did you find a Cadbury egg?
I didn't know we had a Cadbury queen on our hands today.
No, he's very British.
He's so British. That's so cute.
I know. It was really one of them. I've never been like sweating, and it was raining. So I had like my computer, God. I had Theo, I had my umbrella, and like I was trying not to like touch the ground. Oh my God, it was so dramatic. Like I actually forgot about that part of the morning because then you came to the office with some terrible news, and I forgot all about the terribleness that happened to me this morning, but it was very dramatic.
Lest we not forget, you know?
Lest we not.
The Cadbury egg of it all. Well, at least he's a man of taste.
He is.
So at least he has that going for him. Okay, we have a great show for you today. We actually have some stories that aren't all, I mean, I would say 70% of the show will be coronavirus related, but that makes sense because 100% of your lives are coronavirus related.
We're also going to be recapping and giving a new assignment for Toast Movie of the Day. We'll get to it at the end, but I would just speak generally, if I may, and just apologize to the Toasters for making them watch a movie that, you know, I hadn't seen in a while. And I guess, you know, people change and you evolve and you grow. And I just didn't realize that I was making everyone watch like an absolute piece of shit. So on behalf of Jackie and I, we deeply apologize.
We do deeply apologize, but I'm just going to play devil's advocate and say that there's a lot to unpack in the movie.
Agreed.
And
we'll get
even
there.
though it sort of fell flat after we had just hyped it up so much, so many great cameos by so many different actors and actresses.
A star-studded affair.
It was so star-studded, and I think there's going to be a lot to talk about, which is really all we wanted, something for some discourse on this bleak Tuesday Corona morning.
Also, in keeping with our regular programming, we are going to do Dear Toasters tomorrow. So email us, deartoasters@gmail.com, if you want your advice read on air. We always keep it anonymous. And I'm thinking if we get enough submissions, maybe doing a quarantine edition. So
I was just thinking that.
If you're having some quarantine problems, like your roommate's bothering you, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know how to carve out space for yourself.
I think that would be a good theme.
Yeah.
So email us, deartoasters@gmail.com. We always keep it anonymous, but if we don't get any good ones about quarantine, we'll just do regular ones.
Yeah, we'll do whatever. Even though whatever your problem was before, I'm sure it hardly exists now. It's we're going to visit my mother-in-law too much. I'm sure you're not seeing her anymore now.
Yeah, right. So just relax. Also, I just don't want people to be discouraged by the Toast movie of the day. I'm reading some of the comments in the live chat. People were like, I'm so glad you agree the movie was terrible. And I just don't want you to lose faith in us. We made a mistake, and we have such a good assignment for today. I think everyone will love it. So just don't lose hope.
And you know what? I did see some comments in the groups of people who really enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I read a comment of someone who said, oh my God, I'm watching The Invention of Lying. Why am I crying right now? And I think I know at what scene she was crying.
I don't know why she's crying.
But we'll discuss.
Oh, actually, yeah.
When the mom dies?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Of course. Okay, well, should we just get right into it? There's literally no sense of time in these quarantine times.
I also finished Hunters, which I would really like to talk about. And I
started The Bold Type, which I really like to talk about.
Okay, are you ever going to watch The Hunters?
No.
Okay, and then I have to tell you how it ended.
I'm taking a stand. I stand with Auschwitz.
Okay, but then I have to tell you. Can I tell you how it ended?
Wait, can we save that for the recap section?
Yeah.
Because even though there's no rhyme or reason as to why it might be time right now.
No,
time is just a social contract that no longer exists because society is on pause.
Yeah.
But I will venture out there and just feel my body clock and say that
do you hear something? Oh, it's your biological clock. It's ticking.
And it's fucking ticking, man.
Yeah.
It is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And that's true, Jackie. But you know what? I think today's sponsor is so pertinent to the times that we're all living in because cooking from home has never been more important or more pertinent. And you can get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. I was looking at Margot Oshry's story, and she said that her HelloFresh truly saved her life, which is, I didn't even think about it, so pertinent.
I actually just got a delivery, and it's the best, most perfect thing because I actually think this quarantine is going to help teach a lot of people how to cook inadvertently. And when HelloFresh sends you all of the supplies that you need, it couldn't be easier. And all you have is time.
Right. HelloFresh's recipes are so delicious. You can break out of your dinner rut with HelloFresh's 22+ seasonal chef-curated recipes each week. There's something for everyone, including low-calorie recipes, vegetarian recipes, and family-friendly recipes every week. They have more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you know you'll get something delicious. They cut out the stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and getting dinner on the table in just 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with some of their quick recipe options. The average trip to the grocery store takes 41 minutes, and that's over 35 hours a year if you go once a week. Their pre-portioned ingredients mean less prep and less food waste. The packaging they use to ship their food is almost entirely made from recyclable and/or recycled content. Their carbon footprint is 25% lower than store-bought grocery meals. You can add extra meals or lunches to your weekly order, throw in some yummy desserts like garlic bread, cookie dough. You can change your delivery days, your food preferences, and skip a week whenever you need. So it's super flexible, fit your lifestyle. If you want to, get our special code, head over to hellofresh.com/toast10 and use the code toast10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/toast10, and the code is toast10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. Head over, check it out. Thanks, HelloFresh.
Sign on, eat well. Okay, first story. I think it's the big story of the day. Idris Elba has tested positive for coronavirus, and so has
Tormund
Giantsbane. As so have a few other celebrities, but these are the two biggies.
Who else?
An actress from the Bond series.
Unclear.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with her work.
Idris Elba and Tormund.
Yeah, Idris Elba put up a video, and I love that the celebrities are being so open and direct with their fans.
Direct to consumers.
DTC. But I did think it was weird that he was sitting next to his girlfriend or wife or I don't know, and literally being she hasn't been tested, and she's literally sitting right there next to him. It's girl, get the fuck out of there.
Oh, I thought that was his daughter.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, okay.
You
But
know,
still.
a beautiful young woman who was susceptible to the virus.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, she hasn't been tested. I'm like, oh, okay, girlfriend, run. What are you doing?
Well, maybe she's young enough that it's not a real threat.
Can we talk about the conspiracy theory that we both read?
Yes.
Because I don't think that it's true.
No.
I saw it going around on Twitter. KFC from Barstool posted it, and then you sent it to me too, but I had seen it in the toasters, and I didn't fully read it until yesterday. And basically, it's this like really elaborate conspiracy theory that coronavirus was released on purpose to cover up like all these major CEOs, celebrities, like they're going to get coronavirus and like step down and die because it's all a part of this huge like criminal pedophilia ring.
Yeah, because of the testimony that Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein both provided.
Right, like in order to get 25 years instead of 50, he gave the names of many people involved.
Yes, and in order for Jeffrey Epstein to be able to fake his own suicide, he gave the names of a lot of people involved.
It's a really elaborate conspiracy theory, one that I'm not going to buy into, but, you know, I'm always keeping it in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I'll just keep it in the back of my mind as, like, things happen, just keep cross-referencing. But overall, I don't believe it, but I think that's what makes a great conspiracy theory, is something that's unbelievable, but, like, a part of you just, like, wants to believe it.
Well, that's what's going on in Hunters. I'll tell you all about it later. But if that is the case and all these celebrities and like CEOs who are getting it means they're involved in this ring, I just don't see that for Idris Elba.
No.
Like I just don't. Call me crazy.
I don't see that for Tormund.
I don't see that for Tormund. I don't really see it for Tom Hanks, but then there's like the Chet of it all. So like maybe he's involved in some way, you know? Like I just think this is a really elaborate conspiracy theory that I'm not going to buy into yet, but I think it's always important with conspiracy theories. Keep them on the back burner, keep a file, you know, a little asterisk. Never forget.
Yeah.
But don't like lead your life with the conspiracy theories.
No. That'll get you into trouble.
Trouble.
We also need to talk about the fact that Chet Hanks, who has become somewhat of an icon on this show.
He's also become somewhat of a polarizing figure in society.
Oh, of course. And we have no choice but to stand.
No choice.
But he was in the critically acclaimed film. I didn't realize he was following in his father's footsteps. He was in the movie Bratz, and that was just something that had been lost on me until this weekend.
Same sis. I had no idea.
And it's one of my favorite fun facts.
And I feel like devastated. I feel remiss, and I feel really heartbroken about all the times we've spoken about Chet Hanks and not attributed that like glorifying accolade of his, you know?
Right.
We've never even mentioned it.
Chet Hanks, star of Bratz.
I wouldn't say star. I would say like minor supporting role.
I would say breakout star of Bratz.
Should that be a movie of the day? It's so dumb.
I know, but I don't think anyone could find a way to watch it.
Do you, the movie's so important to us.
It's so important to us.
Do you know why?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show.
Have we?
Because of attitude. We've got that Chatitude.
No. Oh my God. Do you know what we were?
Yes, when we found out our dad died. But
yeah, okay.
Every time this is what happens. I'm going to let you know. When we have an ad for attitude, we sing,
we got that attitude. I know that, and that's from Bratz.
We got that attitude. And then we say Bratz. What an amazing movie. You can even find out in the middle that your dad died, and it's still a great film.
Oh, you know, my amnesia is getting so bad.
Oh, yeah, no, we've shared that with the class. Everyone's in on it.
Such a phenomenal movie, and honestly, maybe too painful for a Toast movie of the day.
No, but it's so uplifting.
By the way, it's such a good movie that like I could still watch it and not be scarred by it.
And not be triggered.
Like a child, like your favorite movie, and then you find out your dad died, you like blame the movie. But no, it's so good I could get past it.
The movie's what got us through.
So true, Jackie. Story of 4 girls coming together.
4 different girls.
Is Janelle Parrish in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
She's in everything bad.
She plays Chet's girlfriend eventually.
Wow. Is Chet the good or the bad guy? I haven't seen
He's
Bratz
the
in a while.
good guy.
Okay.
He's the good guy, but he was definitely a lot smaller.
Yes,
and
very thin.
And now he's a lot swoller.
He's swole as hell,
He went from smole to swole. We love to see it.
Yeah, I feel like he's like living for the fact that his parents have coronavirus, but like living for the fact that he's like the PR rep.
Yeah, no, I saw a headline today. I guess it is like a slow news day for celebrity gossip rags because Page 6 was like, Chet Hanks, throw shade at people stocking up on toilet paper. And it's like, so is everyone.
It's society.
Shade. Society is looking down on people who stock down on toilet paper, but like, were we waiting to hear what Chet Hanks thought of these people?
I am really like
I, for one, was.
I'm looking down on people who are like, one person in a house with 50,000 rolls of toilet paper, and I'm really looking down on people, but I'm very close to running out of toilet paper.
I have some because my husband happens to be a hoarder, which in this situation proved to be fruitful because he did his annual stocking up of toilet paper like right before this all happened. Then I asked him the next day, I was like, by the way, why'd you buy all that toilet paper? And he was like, because we needed toilet paper. I was like, are you aware that there's a shortage right now? And he was like, no. And he was like, I was like, oh, well, you did something really good. And he was like, oh, cool.
I was watching Taylor Strecker's Instagram stories, and she was like trying to be funny, like showing all the toilet paper her and Taylor Donahue got, and they literally ordered it on Amazon like over a week ago, and it arrived, and everyone was like, that is so out of touch. So she's literally shipping it to people who need it. Like, she got really called out, and she's doing the right thing. And you know what? We have absolutely no choice but to respect that.
I just don't understand why toilet paper became the thing that people like panic bought, because toilet paper is something that if you didn't have it and you were in a bind, like, you could make do.
Paper towels, tissues, you're really desperate, like a real towel, or you just hop in the shower after every time you take a dump.
Yeah, no, you like if we were really desperate and everyone was out of toilet paper, like you could use a real towel and wash it like back like you would have done back in the day.
Yeah, also you can survive without toilet paper. Like you can't survive without food, water.
Yeah, so I just don't understand that.
Why that became the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
it's just panic. Like someone decided to buy toilet paper, then the whole country did.
Yeah. That's just so weird to me.
Have you been seeing some of these videos of people like beating up old people in supermarkets to get the last roll of toilet paper?
I've seen like 2.
I've seen a few. It's horrifying. Like, we should be ashamed.
I know. I can't believe there are people out there like that.
I know. It's really sad.
You know, because like from what I see on Instagram, like everyone's really here for each other.
Yeah, but like the sociopaths don't have Instagram. That's the thing.
I know. It's like, that's what's frustrating. Even like when people are posting on Instagram, like how you can help the elderly, like if you know someone, blah, 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 or like putting up things to be like, reach out to me if you need groceries. And it's like, the elderly aren't on Instagram. Like, how are they going to see this?
I don't know. I just have to assume that like, hopefully at least every elderly person in the world like has one person who like looks out for them. That helps me sleep at night. I can't think of the other. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I like, you know, whether it's like a grandkid or like a nurse.
Or a neighbor.
I literally refuse to believe that I know that there are, but like I refuse to believe that there is a world
because you can't think about
where
it.
old people are being neglected. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's way
what
too sad.
What was the story? Oh yeah, Idris Elba and Tormund. Well, how old are both of them?
Idris Elba is 47.
Okay, and not great.
Tormund Giantsbane is unclear. I feel like he's like 107.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's been around since before the wall, so I think that actually makes him like 1,000 years old.
Yeah, he just needs some giant's milk.
I mean, yeah, from the teat of a giant. Idris Elba's like a little old, but he'll get through it. Like I have absolutely no fears. I support, and I just hope he's okay. And I really want his daughter or whoever that was to just like get the fuck out.
To stay safe. Yeah.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Wait. Also, speaking of just like people posting things on Instagram, you and I were talking about this yesterday, about how like certain people like in their coronavirus content like on Instagram stories are being so out of control, like out of touch, and just like such a bad example to be setting forward. And Jackie and I were like, we really want to do a segment on like all the people who we think are so out of control, but like we're never gonna like name drop people because that's like so mean, and like they follow us on Instagram, we follow them.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear, I would love to hear from maybe some of the toasters. Like maybe you want to tweet at us. Who do you think is doing the worst job of, you know, sending out positive information, you know, trying not to instill fear and panic in people? Like, who's the most out of touch?
Yeah.
I have a few people in mind.
I had some pet peeves from the weekend where it was people who were out and also saying they were social distancing. Like, if you're just going to be out, just do your thing and do it quietly, but don't pretend like you're following the rules.
That's fair.
Okay, that was my old pet peeve. You want to know what my new pet peeve is?
What?
People who are like creating so much content like on their Instagram stories.
You were telling me about this yesterday.
And doing tutorials. Oh no, this is different. And then like people who are like, what do you want to see from me like during this time? And it's like nothing that weird. Like whatever you do, keep doing. Like we still don't care about your skincare routine.
Right.
Like still no one's asking.
Yeah.
That's my new pet peeve.
People are using it as opportunity to do the most. When it comes to Instagram, I do the most every day. It's just like now more people are watching. My Instagram views, like story views, have gone up like double because people are just sitting at home.
Me
I'm living
too.
for it.
It's really inspired me to like make it more premium. And usually I don't share. I used to, but now I don't like share every thought in my head when I'm watching, what I think about it. But now I'm going back to doing that because
you were being so funny about the bold type yesterday.
Oh my God, I was.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
You're guaranteed to get your show canceled.
Guaranteed to get your show canceled. Guaranteed to be premium mediocre content.
Yeah,
which
really
is my
funny.
favorite kind of content. Then I Googled him. He's been in everything that I love. Mad Men, Desperate Housewives, and he's never like the star.
Who do you play in Desperate Housewives?
I don't know. He was probably like just some murderer, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And he's also a Hallmark king.
Oh, wait. Speaking of content, Jackie and I filmed some premium TikToks on our channels yesterday. If you want to go check it out, Girl with No Job and Jackie O. And speaking of content, if you're thinking about posting pictures of us, you know, you're watching Work From Home Toast, take a picture. We have new GIFs for you to use. They were made by an amazing toaster who we found on Instagram because she made these like really cute graphics of us. Her Instagram is Alexandra5, and she made these fabulous GIFs. So if you're on Instagram and you want to use more toasty GIFs, search at The Morning Toast, like the @ sign The Morning Toast, and all of them will come up. We have new ones of Theo. It says Pjam, everything of the sort. Really cute. Shout out to Alexandra for making them. Thank you, girlfriend. And check it out.
Check it out.
I feel like everyone, even like not content creators, everyone is just really focusing on their Instagram this week because there's actually nothing else to do.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've got that message like you are fully caught up.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
I never get that message. I'm never caught up.
And I think that probably triple the amount of people who like normally tag us, like watching the Morning Toast live. It's now, I get a million more tags in Instagram stories.
Oh, of course. It's just, it's
We're all just so engaged.
We're so glad to be in your living rooms, you guys. Okay, ready for our next story because it's actual some news because Reese Witherspoon must have something coming out because she's just been all over town recently.
Really?
And now she's on the cover of Vanity Fair being such a cutie.
She's so cute.
And talking about what inspired her to start her production company, which is literally everything of the sort. Every book I read, someone's like, this is being a Hello Sunshine. This is turning into a Reese Witherspoon.
I don't know who's in charge, and I don't know if it's Reese or like her people, but whoever like built the brand around Reese Witherspoon did the most amazing job. Like she started this reading list, and then the production company started turning the reading list into movies, like in TV shows. She's just a genius. Like she went from just being like a Katherine Heigl, like a rom-com star, to not only being nominated for Oscars, but being more of a producer.
Being a bigwig.
Yeah. She's an inspiration, I would say.
She said...
And, you know, I didn't think she was ever going to come back from that. Remember? When she got arrested and the dash cam was like, do you know who I am? America's sweetheart. Like, that was the worst, like the most horrifying thing ever. And we didn't think she could come back from it, but she did. Bigger and better than ever.
Yeah, she really did. I had forgotten about that.
I never forget.
Reese Witherspoon was so bothered by a magazine article that called her washed up that she launched the hit HBO show Big Little Lies and eventually got women at the network equal pay, according to a new Vanity Fair profile. An actress came up to me at a party and said, do you know what you've done? I had no idea what she was talking about. HBO had called her agent to rewrite her contract. She was then paid twice as much as she had been. So she's getting women paid more. She's getting more content produced. She's getting, honestly, better content produced.
Agreed.
And she's everything of the sort. And it's really amazing what she's done. And I think the best part of that is that it feels like every step has just been like just the logical next step. Not like she's had this big corkboard plan of like, how am I going to take over? But it's just like, oh, I didn't like the way you talked about me here. I'm going to go and make movies for myself that I can star in and that where I can thrive. And now, you know what? I like the process of making movies. I'm going to do this for other people and take myself out of the equation.
I also love like people who openly admit that they're like motivated or even just affected by what like tabloids say about them, because you put celebrities on a pedestal and you just think, oh, they're not affected by what people say about them. Like it's just a part of being a celebrity. They chose this life. But at the end of the day, they're all just people. So knowing that Reese Witherspoon has been like upset by what Star Magazine said about her, like makes me relate to her on such a real level.
Yeah. By the way, it was a New Yorker magazine article, so I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, so it's even more like that's hurtful.
I love the direct shade, you know?
Yes, that's actually really hurtful.
Yeah. Washed up? Never. There was never a point in her career when she was washed up.
No, I mean...
No.
Because she was doing like Legally Blonde, but then she was also winning Oscars for Walk the Line. So I don't know at what point she would have been considered washed up. I do think around the time where she was arrested, she did go through like a low point. Maybe it was around then.
I'm sure, but I don't think that translates to washed up.
No, I mean, that's such a mean thing to say. But
so mean.
If anyone ever called me washed up, I would just be grateful that at one point I was like washed down.
No,
you know?
I completely agree.
Like, I would see the positive in that, but I could see why like a megastar like Reese Witherspoon.
She already knew she was washed down, so then you don't want to become washed up.
Yeah, it's all about seeing, you know, the positive, you know, seeing the glass half full. And to me, there's a bright sky after every storm.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather be a has-been than a never was.
That is so beautiful. Like, I relate to that on such a deep level. Like, oh my God, that's sick, stunning.
Thank you. You guys can quote me. Okay, ready for our next story? Because
I don't know. I'm just feeling really inspired. Like that really like my body is like, whoa, you know, that it's because you just put into words exactly like, that was weird.
Exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know, I was like trying to think of the words while you were speaking. It took me a second to, because usually I would ramble until I stumble it out, but I was able to package it nicely for you guys.
You know what another thing people should be doing is while they're like, you know, spending downtime at home, you know, getting their lives together. People who are single, I feel like this is a great time to like get on OkCupid and start.
There's no time like the present.
If you haven't heard about OkCupid yet, we're here to tell you why you should give it a shot in 2020. A lot of people don't know that OkCupid has really changed the game. They ask you the most thoughtful questions on the app so that they can learn more about who you are and what type of person you're looking for. The more questions you answer, the better they are at finding the matches you have something in common with. So some of the questions they ask, they're very atypical. It's not stuff you would normally think. They ask if you're a dog or a cat person. Do you listen to podcasts? About how long do you want your next relationship to be? How do you feel about kids? They're more pertinent to the situation questions, and that's why we really like them here at The Morning Toast. And the best part about OkCupid is that, most importantly, it actually works. It's the most mentioned dating app in the New York Times wedding section. It is the only app in the world that can match you on a range of issues that you care about, from whether or not you're a dog or a cat person to how you feel about climate change. Stop the mindless time on dating apps and go to the app where you choose what matters. OkCupid is free. Human connection is more important than ever. With OkCupid, you can connect with someone interesting online, even plan a virtual date. Download OkCupid today to connect with someone great. And I've said this once, I've said this before. If I've inspired you through my beautiful ads to go on OkCupid and find the love of your life, I will not only attend your wedding, I will officiate and perform a acoustic version of Toast by Claudia Oshry.
Wow, I love that. Sign on, find love. I also need to clarify something that I said.
You made a mistake?
No, I didn't. But I guess there's been some speculation that the influencer I was talking about we still don't care about your skincare routine, is Snitch.
Okay, when you were saying that, I'm like, you're actually describing some of the tendencies Margot has been doing on Instagram.
No, but I absolutely care about her skincare routine.
Me too, I watched her whole video.
I did ask for her makeup tutorial, and I know that literally people ask her for her makeup tutorial all the time, but she does not have the time. And finally, the Snitch has the time on her hands to give us that content. I'm talking about the people who have been giving us that content all the time, 24/7. Once a year, I make my everyday makeup tutorial routine, and I know that there are people who are interested in that. I'm talking about when it's literally once a week you're dropping tutorials, skincare.
How many different makeup routines do you have?
Still, nobody was asking. I was not talking about the Snitch, because I'll tell you who was asking. The motherfucking campers were asking.
Yeah,
I watched that whole 14-minute tutorial, and it was fabulous.
I watched Margot's whole 14-minute tutorial where every product she used was empty.
And that's when that's a real bitch.
That's a real bitch using her everyday makeup.
I had no clue she used one of those face things.
Gua sha.
Do you use one of those?
No, Olivia's been talking about a gua sha forever. It's like a piece of crystal that's, I don't know if it's real crystal, but it's shaped in a way where it contours your face and depuffs. Olivia, you're supposed to use it with a serum or an oil. Olivia's been talking about it forever, and now everyone's using it, and Olivia's upset because she thinks she deserves credit for inventing the gua sha. But Margot uses it too. Things like that, in the jade roller, I'm sure that they work in theory, but they do not work on my face.
No, I got a jade roller. I put it on my forehead, and I gave myself a migraine, and then I was done. I think I literally moved my brain pieces around. I'm sure people are like, "You're doing it wrong."
No,
I didn't do anything crazy with it. I just rolled my forehead.
I don't know. I think there are certain people who gua shas and jade rollers work for, people with not real faces, but I have a real fleshy face with moles and bumps and grooves, and I just don't think I was made for the gua sha jade roller life, but I'm happy for other people. I'm not going to yuck their yums. But for me, it's just what is this piece of plastic going to do to my face?
I know, but I did really enjoy watching her do it, but then it makes her face super red, but then it calms down. But if my face got really red, it stays really red, so then I wouldn't be able to do makeup over it. But I loved seeing it from the Snitch.
And then you would look embarrassed.
This is what the kids are doing.
Yeah.
So I definitely asked for her makeup routine. I asked for that. And I wasn't talking about her in the slightest.
Sure.
In the slightest.
All right, what's next story?
Okay. Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney restrain alleged intruder at their LA home.
I heard about
this story is crazy because not only has an intruder barged into Jennifer Lawrence's home while she was home, but in these corona times.
No, this is such a weird story because you read it and it's oh my God, someone went into her house while her and her husband were home. But homegirl didn't even make it past the front door because I guess she had a security guard at her front door. And I know that celebrities have a lot of security, but I never really thought they would have a bodyguard standing at their front door, but I guess they do.
Yeah, she walked through the front door.
But she was stopped before she could enter the foyer.
Yeah. I mean, thank God. That's so crazy. What if she had coronavirus?
This is my worst nightmare. I mean, this happens to Taylor Swift all the time, but not when Taylor Swift is in the house. It's her home's when you have so many homes, some guy is always running in and sleeping in her bed. And that's scary, but you're not there, so it's not that scary to you personally. But to me, someone being in your physical house while you're home, there's nothing scarier than that.
Shook.
You open your medicine cabinet, you close it, and the person's right behind you.
Cooke was shook.
The girl was detained, and a source, when I read this on page 6, said that the girl wasn't looking for Jennifer Lawrence. Did she stumble into the wrong house?
Maybe she was just looking to steal toilet paper and food. Maybe it's already starting.
Maybe the crime has started. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's scary.
I don't know.
Ben walked Theo last night when we finished Hunters, and we didn't finish till 1:00. And Ben always does the nighttime walks. And it's not that scary. Nighttime in New York, like a lot of stores are still open. Like it's like a 24-hour city. There's doormen. Ben called me. He was like, literally, you cannot hang up. It's pitch black outside. Everything is closed. There's no doorman outside. He was freaking out. It was like, he literally said it felt like the purge, like someone was about to come out and like break a store window.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. We don't have a curfew yet in New York, but people say that that's what's coming.
Well, it wouldn't affect me. Oh, what about dog walks?
I don't know.
I have to let people walk their dogs.
I don't know. You could just like walk your dog to the store, like, you know, and then be like, oh, I'm not violating curfew. Curfews are like crazy.
I know. That's like real like communist shit, you know?
Yeah, that's when it gets real. And it's like, it's not like you can get coronavirus at a later hour more than earlier in the day.
Yeah, but I guess the curfew is meant to decrease the potential of crime.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not going anywhere anyway, so I wouldn't even know the difference.
Oh, it's also St. Patrick's Day today.
Sad.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It's going to be so festive.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, a little happy news. Malika Haqq gives birth to her first
wow.
child. Malika Haqq is officially a new mom. The reality star announced that she gave birth to a baby boy named Ace on Saturday, March 14th. Oh my God, that is so cute. And I love that she had a boy because I think that him and True are going to be soulmates.
Wait, this is just such an interesting time, like, to be giving birth. You know, hospitals are overcrowded. Because I'm not pregnant, I don't like think about that, but there's so much going on, and it's just like people are also still giving birth. You don't think about that.
People are also getting sick and getting in car accidents, and that's why the hospitals are really overwhelmed, because it's not just coronavirus cases, it's like everything else that goes on in day-to-day life.
Wow, that's crazy. So she had a boy. That's so cute. I'm so happy for her. She was pregnant like for 5 minutes. I feel like we just reported her announcement, sponsored by Clear Blue.
Yeah, but I think that's just because she's been low-key, which I love to see, because I hate when I'm like counting down the days till someone else's pregnancy.
Yeah, there were a couple people who felt like they were pregnant for 35 years. Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
Who else? Skinny Confidential was pregnant like a really long time.
I know, but she didn't even announce till 5 months.
Right.
But we're just so invested.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I love this name, Ace. Ace Flores.
Ace is a cute name. It's also the name
Ace is a place for the healthcare hardware store.
Ooh. It's also what Katie Burris named her baby. So it's like a popular, like, new generational name.
Yeah, that's like last month it was Dove. We had two celeb babies named Dove.
Who was the other one? Besides
Natalie Halcrow.
Oh, yeah.
And who was the other
Teddy
one?
Mellencamp.
Yes. I love that name. It's like Dove Cameron.
I love the name Dove, too. Very spiritual.
Very spiritual.
Well, congrats to the Haqs. And congrats to Chloe. And I don't know, True is now older. I mean, I'm so antiquated, but like to me, it's like, you know, the man should be older.
She's an older woman, you
Yeah,
mean?
she's a cougar.
Yeah, well, I feel like she's like...
Maybe that's why she wears the headbands, to age down.
So she looks like a baby.
So she looks like a baby.
Because she is a baby.
She's so cute.
So cute. I think that'll be really... I'm excited for Chloe and Malika to just be moms together.
Yeah, like this is so fun, especially now that Chloe is single. Like this is probably not how she pictured like her first few years of motherhood. And now she can do it with Malika. That's so fun.
I know we
probably
don't talk
awesome
about
for Malika.
this, but is she single?
You know,
I don't think
know.
she is.
Oh, you think she's back with Tristan?
I think she is. Like Kim's stories about Tristan on his birthday were so nice and loving.
But he is the father of their niece.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they're together. There's so many conflicting reports, and I genuinely, like, I care so much about the Kardashians. I care about every fart they make, every breath they take, but I don't give a shit about whether or not Chloe and Tristan are together. Like, they beat that dead horse in the media, and I just don't care. So whatever.
Well, fifth and final story, actually the really big news of the day is that Tom Brady has announced he's leaving the Patriots. Quote,
Drama.
He said, quote, "It is time."
Did he?
"For me to open a new stage." Tom Brady was drafted by the New England Patriots back in 2000 and has spent his entire NFL career with the team. Now he is saying goodbye, millennials.
But he's not saying goodbye to football. He's saying goodbye to the team, right?
He is a free agent now. He's going to play somewhere else, even though he's never played for another team in his life. And I just think that this is the fucking craziness. Like, why are you leaving, bro? Your kids are in school.
No, I think that this is so weird and unnecessary. Like, it's one thing if you want to retire. Like, you have more money than God. You have a full life, full family. I totally get that. But to go to another team, and I don't know much about sports, but to me, it's like to have been drafted and then stay at the same team for 20 years is like a legacy that people only dream of.
Right.
Now he'll probably like flounder on a couple teams. They won't win. Like, it's just,
No.
it's not about how good or bad Tom is. They just won't win. So now he'll have like a joke of a career for the last few years. That's always what
I
happens.
don't think it'll be a joke, but it won't be the prestige worldwide that he'd been enjoying. But I asked Zach about it this morning. I said, where is he going to go? And Zach had some interesting interesting theories. He thought he might go to Florida to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because Florida is a nice place to live. And then he also thought he might go to California to the Chargers because Tom Brady is originally from California, and the Chargers are a new team, and they're, hot on the spot, and they have a new stadium opening, so he could, grow with the team. And I think it sounded to me like he's looking for nicer weather.
Yeah. I mean, I get why someone wouldn't want to stay in Boston. Like, it's cold and maybe it's not for everyone. But I just think this is so strange. And I think it's really going to shake up, football fandom forever because people are such big Boston fans, but they might not be Boston fans without Tom Brady. And then people are such Tom Brady fans, but maybe they won't be Tom Brady fans if he's not in Boston.
Yeah. And it's we actually don't have any proof that Tom Brady can play football not on the Patriots.
So true.
What if he can't even, catch the ball after this?
Well, he doesn't have to catch it.
I just his whole life, maybe he doesn't like New England anymore, but his whole life is there for 20 years. He has so many kids and Giselle, and it seems like they have a nice life, even though I don't really know much about it. But I have breaking news from The Snitch, from Deadline. It says, where is Tom Brady going next? He is launching a production company.
Love that for him.
With help from Avengers directors Joe and Anthony Russo.
I absolutely love this. If he's going to become like a John Cena, The Rock, venture into acting. But the statement made it seem like he wasn't ending his football career. He was just ending the Patriots.
Yes, it is. No, but so actually this makes more sense as to he could be going to the Chargers because he is pursuing, Hollywood. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to be an actor. I think he wants to be a producer.
Wait, the Chargers? I thought it was the Rams.
Zach said the Chargers.
No, the LA Rams. I know for sure.
Yeah, the LA Rams, but there's a California Chargers team. There's a California Chargers team.
Okay.
There's got to be. Can someone say what city they're from? Anyways, does anyone know?
San Diego.
San Diego. Oh, I could see that for them. Giselle by the beach.
They have beaches in LA.
The big question in sports right now remains whether six-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady finishes his career with the New England Patriots or signs as a free agent elsewhere. Deadline has learned that Hollywood will be part of the long-term plan for the record-setting quarterback with the help of the directors of the all-time biggest-grossing film. Brady is launching 199 Productions, a global multi-platform content company to develop original premium content. Premium content? Ooh.
What?
Including documentaries.
Wait, this changes everything.
I didn't realize it was going to be premium
No,
content.
I had no idea.
I thought it was just going to be
content.
Meh content. Documentaries, feature films, and TV shows. The company has quietly assembled a slate of development projects that include several with Brady on camera in stories spanning sports, entertainment, and health and wellness among them. Wow, this is very TNN of him. He's following the steps of, I believe, Reese Witherspoon.
According to
Harry.
The comments, we just must address the Chargers did move to LA, so there are two teams in LA. We were both right.
Wow. I mean, the more that's unfolding from this story here and I think we're really the only sports show on the air today as well.
Yeah, ESPN did close their doors.
Did they?
I don't know.
Actually, no. Zach has been watching, he watches a lot of sports news, and it's what are they talking about? There's no games. They're playing old games, and then they just do this thing that E likes to do where they predict what people are going to wear on the red carpet, and it's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, and they just predict who's going to win.
Who's going to go where, how the league's going to handle it.
Ben was being so weird last night. He just wouldn't get into bed. He's like, I just need to do something. He literally wrote a cover song to Look at This Photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. He wrote it about Bill de Blasio. He was singing it for me. It's actually really funny. But he was so bored. He's like, I never realized how much my life truly revolves around sports.
Yeah. Has he been watching those throwback games that they're playing on TV?
He's just been playing so many video games, when it's not working.
At least he has video games.
Yeah, but he's like, I need to be stimulated. I'm like, all right, so go out for a walk or something.
Yeah, they can go play Monopoly somewhere.
I just can't deal with the complaining. You know what I mean? It's we're in this together. If I have to I'm okay. I know obviously this is not ideal. I would love to be out working, going to meetings, but this is the situation, and you complaining is just making it worse.
Yeah, I agree. And at least you guys have THEO botch. I don't even have that. That love in your life like that. Oh,
yeah, no,
precious.
I mean, I literally tried to convince you when we went to Dallas 6 months ago to get a dog, and if maybe you had listened to me, you would now be in the warm, loving arms of your son, but no.
Of my little man. No, I know. I've been using this quarantine as an opportunity to remind Zach that, this is why we need a little.
Do you want to take him home today?
God, I would love to. Can I?
He's so fucking cute. Okay, should we dive into our recap segment where we talk about all the things we've been watching on TV since we've been quarantined?
Get into first the toast movie of the day.
And this whole segment is brought to you by Mejuri Jewelry. What if we told you that you could wear fine jewelry every day without it costing a fortune or waiting for a hand-me-down from your grandma? With Mejuri, you get ethically sourced fine jewelry without ever having to choose between high quality and fair prices. They drop new pieces every Monday, all versatile enough to be styled with anything you own from day to night. Be on the lookout each week for fresh and exciting pieces, sometimes under $150. We're talking 14-karat gold solid gold staples that don't wear out or scratch easily. They have sterling silver, pearls, and even diamonds. Mejuri is all about high quality but low maintenance because fine jewelry is precious, but you don't have to be precious about it. Mejuri is like the company everyone like needs in their life because I'm all about like dainty jewelry, but when you buy it online, you have absolutely no idea where it comes from, and like you wear it once and it turns your finger green. So you want to have that like cute dainty look, but you also want it to be good. And that's where Mejuri steps in. So head to mejuri.com/toast or use the code TOAST at checkout for 10% off your first order if you're looking to spice up your life a little bit. That's mejuri.com/toast for 10% off your first order. Mejuri.com/toast or use the code TOAST at checkout for 10% off your first order. And thank you, Mejuri, for sponsoring this upcoming segment where we recap all the things that we are watching while being quarantined because there's literally nothing else to do. We assigned a movie last night as a part of our Toast Movie of the Day program, and it was The Invention of Lying, starring Ricky Gervais and Jennifer Garner.
Okay.
We watched this movie a few years ago.
I mean, it came out in 2009, so we watched it 11 years ago.
Yeah, and I don't remember, when I was watching it, I thought that I had remembered loving it, but then the more I was watching it, I think I remember the feeling. It kind of came back to me. The feeling was that this is a really interesting concept for a movie like this utopia of lying not ever being invented. But it did get a little like drawn out at the end.
Yeah.
It was really star-studded. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman, Rob Lowe, Tina Fey, Ricky Gervais, Jennifer Gardner.
Louis C.K., who I saw that guy and I was like, that guy looks familiar. I wonder what he's been in.
And
then
I looked redheaded friend?
Yeah, and then I looked at our Instagram post and it had the names at the top. I was like, oh, Louis C.K. Also, the girl who was the receptionist at the nursing home, she's June from Don't Trust the Bee.
She's also the loser from Gossip Girl, like the wannabe.
Yes, she's the big
Hazel, I want to say her name is.
Loser.
Yeah, but she's actually beautiful.
She looked really beautiful in the movie.
This is the thing. Conceptually, it was interesting. And I like to see how they created this society where there was no lying, like when they were showing TV commercials or advertisements or movies. Like you couldn't make up something fictional, so you would just retell history in a movie. It was all very interesting, but it was so boring. Like I literally couldn't get off my phone.
And it's like, where is this gonna go? You know, like how are we gonna end this thing? And even the end where he like admits to her what he's been doing, but not to the rest of the world. Like it just like didn't feel like justice was served.
It was so disingenuous. And then they ended up getting married, and she never knew that part of the reason why she like loved him and was impressed by him was not real.
Yeah, like I feel like she was duped. Oh, and also the DA from Law and Order was in it.
Alex Cabot, yes, she was the girl that had to have sex with him on the street or the world was going to end. It was honestly just such a dumb movie. And Ricky Gervais was making me really depressed in the beginning. Like his life was so sad. And his
Jonah Hill.
Oh, yes. His sad apartment building where Jonah Hill was like every night trying to kill himself. Like it was just so depressing. And I don't know what the message was. Like, if you want to have a good life, you have to lie. But then it's like, even if you lie, you won't be happy.
Yeah, I think ultimately the message was, there was a lot of different themes, but I think the message, and it is best displayed in Jennifer Garner, who still is not someone who lies, but realizes that there is more to life than like looks and
DNA compatibility.
Yeah, and like if he hadn't lied to her, she would have never given him that chance. So I think it's that sort of message that, you know, beauty is beneath the surface, because you would never get to that point with someone if we just judge people based on their looks.
Yeah.
But then also there's this weird theme that religion is a lie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was like subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
About like the man in the sky and the tablets, but it was all a lie.
Yeah. And it's like in a society without lies, we don't have religion because religion is a lie.
That's actually very true.
Yeah.
It was just, honestly, it would have been more interesting as like a short film. Like,
we would never watch a short
film.
No,
but to me, like, part of the reason why it was so bad was because it was 2 hours of silliness, when the silliness in the beginning was kind of like funny and interesting to watch, but then it just got so stupid where like everyone was just like,
yeah. It also showed me how like cults can easily form, because when people are looking for some sort of understanding and guidance, and someone could literally make anything up and you're just going to believe it because that's what you want to believe. Cult. Culty vibe.
Culty vibe. It wasn't my favorite movie, but one I thought would provoke interesting conversation, and maybe for the most part that it did.
Yeah.
But let's assign our movie for tomorrow because this one is sure to be a showstopper.
Yeah, because it's one of our favorite movies, like, of all time. And I think a lot of you might have seen it, but I think a lot of people actually haven't seen it.
I also haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, and I could watch it. It's like Legally Blonde. Like, I could watch it every day for the rest of my life and be satiated. It has a star-studded cast.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sigourney Weaver's arguably her finest work.
Who's that guy? Her Jennifer Love Hewitt's guy.
Love interest.
Yeah. Hold on, let me Google it.
Who does she fall in love with?
That nice guy, and he has the bar. Oh, Sarah Silverman's in it.
Oh, the nice guy with the bar. Yeah.
Wait, okay. Who plays him?
The movie's called Heartbreaker. Heartbreakers. It's on Netflix. It stars Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sigourney Weaver. It's, a ragtag team of con women.
Yes. Jason Lee is his name, who plays the guy.
Love interest?
But that didn't give me the sort of satisfaction that I needed,
Yeah, no, that
I
doesn't
wonder what he's from.
sound familiar.
Hold on. What else is he from? I'm sure.
Ray Liotta is in it. He plays Sigourney Weaver's love interest. It's a great movie.
You guys,
again,
it's
also
so good.
Star-studded.
And if you've already seen it, you know that it's good, and you'll want to rewatch it. And if you haven't seen it, you are seriously missing out. Like that old guy, I feel like vomiting. I literally always say that to Claudia when I feel like vomiting, and it's like the most
from that
obscure line from the movie. I feel like vomiting.
It's a great movie. It is on Netflix. By the way, we have so many Canadian toasters, and I guess Canada Netflix is different than American Netflix, but we can only pick movies that we see on American Netflix. So I apologize to the Canadian toasters because The Invention of Lying was not on Netflix Canada, but hopefully Heartbreakers is.
Yeah, or
fantastic movie.
Hopefully it's on another platform. It's such a good movie. I'm actually really excited to watch it tonight. Yesterday went by really quickly, actually, because of all the homework assignments and content. We did the toast, so that gets you about till noon. Then we watched Invention of Lying. Then I was stuck and I didn't know which way to go. Mm-hmm. And I went in the direction of the bold type. Okay. And I would just love to share my thoughts. I've heard about it too. It's kind of a combination of Younger, Sex in the City, Carrie Diaries, where it's no, you know what it reminded me most of? Oh, Younger.
Right. By the way, when it came out, I did a sponsorship with Freeform and I watched the first 2 episodes because I got paid to do it. And I thought it was cute.
It's super cute. A lot of people have been telling me to watch it over the years. They say that it's very steamy. And it's weird because sometimes...
Where did you stream it?
I streamed it on Hulu.
Okay.
And I think all seasons are there. So if you guys want to watch with me, I think I'm coming up on episode 5 now. And I'll recap it as I continue to watch.
30 minutes or an hour?
I think they feel like an hour.
Okay.
But I don't know. No, 30 minutes is so short. Those episodes fly by.
Yeah.
I think it's 40 minutes. So overall, I'm enjoying it, and I think it's perfect. I'm spending a lot of time on my phone, though, barely paying attention. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because sometimes I really like shitty content. I could watch so many Hallmark movies, but then I can't deal with cheesy content.
Yeah.
And they work at a magazine. It's supposed to be the Cosmopolitan.
Okay.
And I like the girls, their cute friendship, but there are just so many things that bother me. And I really think that Jane and Kat need to be fired because they're absolutely terrible employees and they continue to bring their personal lives into the workplace and they continue to fuck up on the job. And the only person who I absolutely stan is Sutton. And she's also having an affair. Well, neither of them are married, but she's hooking up with the guy who's going to get your show canceled. And it's good, but the editor-in-chief is supposed to be Anna Wintour, Joanna, what's that, Joanna Coles vibe.
Yeah.
And it's she's nothing of the sort. She also just wants to be best friends with the 3 girls. She's so up their ass and in their lives. It's crazy. And it's she's just a weird editor-in-chief.
Do you recommend that we start it?
Yeah, I think you should start it, and then we could talk about it on the show.
Okay. Well, now my docket is free because I finished Hunters. Now, if you're in the middle of it or you plan on watching it, just mute me really quickly because I am going to spoil the ending because it was so incredibly fucking stupid. The whole show I thought was so well done. I literally cried so much. They really did such a good job of showing how survivors living in America, their life was never the same. It was just totally ruined and all the things that they went through in the camps, it was really done really, really well. And then this overall storyline that America secretly brought Nazis into the US because they were really good scientists and they didn't want the Russians to take them. So they put them working at NASA, they put them in politics. And that whole, it was just really interesting. And they were hunting them and it was all exciting. And the FBI was getting in the way of the hunters. And so Al Pacino plays Meyer Offerman, who was in Auschwitz, or one of the camps. I might not have been Auschwitz. And he is his life's mission. He was very successful after the war. He lives in this big fancy mansion in New York, and he put together this team of people to hunt Nazis because he found out that America was bringing them in to work in various fields, and he's in charge, and he's like the moral compass of the show. He never lost his Jewish faith or his Jewish values, and it's so important. Like, an eye for an eye doesn't leave the world blind, because the best kind of revenge is revenge. Like, he was saying everything. Like, yeah, you see a Nazi, you fucking kill him. And the whole time, all these Nazis are killing him, but there's one they can't find, the wolf, and he was like a Mengele type. Like, they say he was worse than Mengele, and he tortured Meyer Offerman in one of the camps, like made him kill 11 Jews in the middle of the night in the woods. Like, this guy was the worst. And at the very end, it turns out that Meyer Offerman is the wolf. It was so not believable. Like, this Jew was actually a Nazi who felt so bad that he took he killed Meyer Offerman, took his name and likeness, and moved and he felt so bad that he killed all these Nazis, and he wanted to learn, he converted to Judaism and became a real Jew. It was so not believable. It ruined the entire show. Whoa. And they figured it out and they killed him. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But then there was still 20 minutes left. And they had killed most of the Nazis, and like, it was almost over. But, and you thought that this woman, the colonel, who was like trying to bring the Fourth Reich, like she was in charge of bringing Nazis to America, she died. Her car went over or something. But of course, you know, they go to Argentina and where she's there. And it turns out the show's about to end. It's actually really crazy. And she's getting her family ready for dinner. They're living in this mansion in Argentina. And the kids sit down and she calls her husband, "Come on, it's time for dinner, Adolf." And it's Hitler. And he says, "Thanks, Eva." And she's Eva Braun. And it's like, it's this potential world where Adolf didn't die and he's coming back. So that was like the end. And that was the only thing that kept me, like I might watch the second season. But they lost me with how dumb it was that guy, the Jew, ended up being the Nazi. Like, what kind of fucking message are you sending? Now I know why people are obsessed with the show.
No, upset. Upset.
So dumb.
Wow, I'm glad I'm not watching that. I'm glad I'm watching premium content like the Bold type.
And I got so invested in these storylines. Like, it was so upsetting. Like,
that's so upsetting.
Oh my God. And you love Meyer Offerman. Like, he is like this righteous Jew who's doing the right thing, and he knows everything, and everyone loves him. And he's a fucking Nazi? Are you fucking kidding me? Bullshit. But then that little twist with Adolf at the end really got to me.
Damn. What did the THGO think?
We were up all night, and of course, second night in a row, I have dreams about hunting Nazis. Like, I'm glad the show's over because I couldn't watch it. I was so afraid. And when we were done, Ben went to go walk Theo, left me in the apartment alone. Like, I couldn't move. I was paralyzed with fear. So I need to watch something light. Maybe I will watch The Bold Type.
I think that you should.
In addition to Heartbreakers.
The fashion's like pretty cute. And the girls are cute, and it's very, young New York. But
I love a cheesy freeform show. Like, Young and Hungry is so good.
Yeah. No, it's good. And freeform, they do have like the flexibility to, show a nipple.
Raunchy.
Actually, no, they don't show it. They show a man's nipple. But it's funny because like they're trying to free the nipple, but it's like even on your own show, you won't show the nipple.
Yeah. That's funny. Anything else that we need to discuss, recap before we wrap up?
I think that's it for me.
If you're looking for more content, we released a Patreon episode last week, Q&A with me and Jackie. So you can sign up for Patreon, $8 a month. You'll get 5 extra episodes. We'll do more this week.
If you sign up now, you get access to all the episodes that we've done. So that will get you through this quarantine.
It's patreon.com/morningtoast. And TNN shows are going to be releasing episodes. The Snatcher will be releasing today. Tomorrow, Maternity Live will be releasing Thursday. So as long as you're keeping up with Toast News Network, following us on Instagram, you'll be aware of all the happenings here at Toast News Network because we are releasing content because we know that's what you need.
Yeah, that content is going to get us through, you guys.
So make sure to watch Heartbreakers, available on Netflix, the Toast movie of the day. We will recap it tomorrow, and we will also do Dear Toasters tomorrow, which is our advice segment. So email us, deartoasters@gmail.com. We'd like to keep it quarantine themed. So if you're having a quarantine problem that you need advice on, please email us. But if you're having a regular problem, you can email us too. We always keep it anonymous, deartoasters@gmail.com. Thank you. You have something to say?
Yes, I just want to say once again, reiterate that we are so thankful for all of our healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, everyone who is helping to contain this virus. And I just want to let you know, I saw this going around yesterday, and I think it's really important to share that if you are co-quarantined with an abuser, please reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233, because...
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's really scary. So you can also chat at thehotline.org.
Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So if you follow us and you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, give us a video a thumbs up, leave a comment. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. So wherever you listen to podcasts, find us, The Morning Toast. Maybe subscribe, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. We love you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.